Trey, OT, OT. Trey, OT, OT.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I feel like the camera's extremely close. Did something happen? Did my settings change?
Get down!
More fire.
Bang.
Get down!
Alright. Chill the fuck out. Hey Samal, what's up? What's up? Watching you play Call of Duty validates me in every time I've ever lost. Watching you play and just be awesome. Good teammate too. Validates me. What's up, everybody? How we living? I appreciate that. We host a little book club on the weekend. You know, for the game. It be like that sometimes. It be like that. We host a book club on the weekends. We're talking about the psychology of money. For all y'all to know, I like a good investment. Now you trying to trick you into reading. If you look at it one way, I'm trying to trick you into get your money up. You feel me? Get your money up now. Get your money up. It's a great book. It's a great book. It's a great book. It's a great book. So I haven't had a chance to delve into it. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna take that out. I just need 10 views on it. I think I had 2. Shout out to the 2 strangers that just stumbled upon my book. Yeah, if you're not, that's a big reason. My dyslexia used to be a big reason why I didn't read. Because I always felt embarrassed. But then as I got older and as I started to do more presentations in the medical field, I realized that by me not reading out loud, me reading out loud kind of counters the ability or the progression of it. So the degradation of it rather. So I definitely recommend it, highly recommend it. But I'm rambling. Let me just say, especially everyone's not here. But there was 2,430 people who joined me this past Friday for an accomplishment, the goals that were accomplished for the subathon. So we had a stream. You feel me? 12 hours was the promise. If you guys had ever got me to 100 subscribers in 1 month, I said I'd do a 12-hour stream. Mission accomplished. So we did that on Friday. Thank you so much to everyone that came out, clapped it up. We kicked it, had a good time, solved some problems. We were gonna play some video games, but at the end of the 12 hours, my computer was not going. It's just a sign. I just need a hardware. I just need a hardware upgrade, right? I just need a hardware. So we're gonna take some investments. Like I said, a vast majority of you guys' donations go towards upgrading the stream. We wanted to play a game, couldn't because I didn't have the, como se dice, the power. So we gotta get that fixed up. Grimy said he's gonna hook your boy up, and then Non sent me some specs. I just want a computer that will destroy everything and anything I put it through, right? I don't want to be challenged by no one. I don't want to be challenged by no one. But yeah, we hit that milestone. I greatly appreciate it. I also need to take some time to thank a few pillars of the community. Willow came through, Blaze came through, Productive Time, just all the people that came to check on me. Fizzy. I think Mike was still banned. No, Mike spent the whole time with me, even did 2 of the Cold War problems with me. One of them that took us 3 hours to do. So, it was a community effort. So, I really appreciate everybody, kicking it and hanging out with me. You don't know how lonely it is on the internet till you have to be on it for 12 hours. Shout out to all the people on other platforms too. I think we're on TikTok right now. Yeah, we on TikTok. I see 1 like on TikTok. That's what I'm talking about. Clap it up for TikTok. I see TikTok. Let's be extravagant because we're talking about y'all tonight. Throw it out there. Yeah, we're talking about TikTok tonight because the House passed a bill that y'all might not be here in 6 months. So get all your views in now. But we'll talk about that. Hopefully everybody had a great weekend. Who else we want to send a shout out? Shout out to all the people that retweeted also the live stream when I went live on Twitter. Got some great engagement there. You always love a good Twitter engagement. But we're on all types of platforms. But I'm done chilling for right now. I'm done chilling. Let's get into some business. We're starting our full stack journey today, so I feel like we should just go ahead and get into the news, right? Let's go ahead and get into the news. But we got some new emotes too. For those that are inclined. We worked on some emotes for the game, so I worked on it. Got that up and going. Part of the problem is I be streaming to too many platforms. That's really my problem. I have a streaming addiction. And I have all the Ninja Turtles now from my favorite version of the Ninja Turtles. I know everybody's gonna like the original, but the original. Shut up. These are my turtles. We got them all now. We got them all. So what we do this weekend? Did y'all know today was Earth Day? It's gotta suck when today's your holiday and nobody cares. There's so much shit going on in the world, nobody even cares. It's like, yeah, we heard it was Earth Day, but rent's due in like 3 to 8 days. You feel me? Rent's due. Rent's due. Mm. All right. Somehow, I lost my article, but that's cool. So yeah, we're gonna do the full stack. We're gonna start the full stack. The calculator, we came to the conclusion for everybody that was working. Everybody, we just kind of had to come to the conclusion like this shit wasn't gonna happen. Like there's a reason why a built-in function was designed, and that goes to apropos of don't try and reinvent the wheel. It's so important to understand history. This is why history is a subject, so people refrain from repeating it. Great quote from the Psychology of Money. History doesn't repeat itself, people do. And people who study history tend to innovate. Stay off the beaten path, per se. Ba, ba, ba. Okay. All right, so we ready? All right, let's get into it. Oh wait, shit. Hold on. Before we do that, let me check. Check. Yeah. All right, cool. All right, let's get into it, shall we?
Oh yeah!
I've lost the button. You don't stream for 2 days and you forget where all the buttons are on your screen. You don't stream for 2 days and you forget where everything is. All right, so we're gonna talk about TikTok. On TikTok, we streaming on TikTok. We talking about TikTok. Hey, look at that.
Oh yeah! I heard what you said about
I'm
me
about
a few
to
days
talk
ago.
about y'all.
Yeah.
If y'all, I see y'all got one like on TikTok. Hey, y'all don't be selfish over there. Y'all can say hi. Y'all be scared over TikTok. Y'all, whenever I see, ever since I've been streaming on TikTok, all I think about to myself is nobody says anything because they probably got the attention span of a goldfish. I can't watch TikTok with certain people. Certain people make me upset when they watch TikTok because of how they be scrolling. Yeah, I'm going to stand on my soapbox right now. I personally believe, I personally believe that you should watch TikTok videos all the way through. You should watch TikTok videos all the way through before scrolling to the next one. I don't want to hear nothing about, I got what the story was about, I understood. Nah. Don't ask somebody to watch something with you and then scroll out of it once you are done with it. The levels of disrespect. Oh, what's up, Job? How you doing? Hey, Job, how you doing? I didn't even see you there. I didn't even see you there.
Who is your daddy and what does he do?
All right, I'm done talking about TikTok because if I'm gonna be canceled, I want to be canceled properly. And maybe I don't have to be. Probably won't have to get canceled because y'all gonna get canceled. You know. Let's talk about these governors. Okay. Yeah, that person has great taste. Apparently, they know the ending of the TikTok before. It's great. It's great. Um. All right, let's do a polite clap.
Get down!
Yeah. What's up? What's up? Yeah. Here we are. Come with some polite people. All right. How you guys doing? My name's Shiro. Oh wait, I gotta turn off the alert. I always forget to turn off the alert. Fizzy's never here. I need someone to start the stream to tell me to turn off the alerts. That needs to be somebody's job. Social media managers. What am I looking for? Okay. All right. Alerts. All right, alerts are off. Cool. All right, let's go. Look out, Blaze. Get your name in the race, baby. The modern myth. The prospective legend. All right, we're about to get into it. Hey, how you guys doing? My name's Hero. This is Coding with Strangers, and I want to talk about something. One of my dreams is to actually become like a major influencer. Like, we all have dreams. Some of you guys want to be rappers. Some of you guys want to be celebrities. Some of you guys want to be, kept individuals. Some of y'all want to be losers. Let's just call it what it is.
Beta!
Some of y'all definitely want to grow up and become losers. But me, I want to be an influencer. I want to be famous. So imagine my plight when every day I have to wake up with the painful realization that I have to go to work because I don't have 1,000 followers on TikTok. That's weak. That's weak. And these are painful realizations some people have to come through. But for a vast majority of people on the internet, they look at TikTok and see a wealth of knowledge. They see getting out from the American or westernized media circle. They see a version of communication. They see a platform that allows for liberation. They see a platform that they have power over, and from this power, they can enact change and bring about a better way of life for the people on the platform. And I say for the people on the platform because TikTok, while perceived as a young person's app, and by no stretch of the imagination, it is a young person's app, it does have its teeth in every aspect of it. From artists making a living off of dropping a few songs to major companies reaching out to influencers on the app to test trial their prototype products. TikTok is well ingrained in our society and is the place where the most not millennials, what's the motherfuckers before us? I mean after us? Gen Z gets most of their news from. Now, if you said to me that there was a generation that got their news from a social media platform and they were better for it, I'd be crying, because we saw what happened when our boomer ass parents got a hold of Facebook and they literally let it rot their brain. Has anyone been on Facebook lately and just seen some of the brain rot that's on there? My goodness. Like, so now they're using, like, the thing that's hot on Facebook, and this is crazy to me, is they'll post a picture of like a bunch of AI generated images and just get you'll just see a bunch of grams and pop-pops just on there like, this is a lovely picture. This is a lot of AI generated pets. It's crazy. And it just speaks to how their brain is rotting on the internet. But, you know, it also happens to young people too, because there's a lot of brain rot on the youthful side too. Some would say it's almost equivalent. But the question is, whether, no matter what it's doing or who is doing, who is doing is very important. But it's important that we remember that TikTok is a platform for everybody. So when a certain demographic of people want to take that away from everybody, we have to do a little bit of investigation. And while I've never been a major proponent of like what I support and who I support and how I support it, it's very clear to me that an injustice anywhere is an injustice everywhere. You know, visualize your quotes. You feel me? So let's talk about how a bunch of old ass people who have a firm grip on the government is planning to force the grandkids and force the young people to start talking to the old people again, because we're going to take away your app if you don't be nice to us. The great conundrum of campaigning on TikTok. Joe Biden faces the camera casually dressed for the U.S. president in khaki slacks, quarter zip. He jovially answers a series of questions about the Super Bowl having that day, the Chiefs or the Niners, Jason Kelce or Travis Kelce, and finally Trump or Biden. Are you kidding? Biden, the president says with a smile. The video marked the presidential re-election campaign debut on TikTok, the massively popular video app that captured the attention of 170 million Americans as of April. The video has more than 10.5 million views. Get your views up. Get your views up, scrub. I think the last thing I posted doesn't even have triple-digit views yet. Tragic. Still, just weeks after that launch, Biden would pledge to sign a bill that could oust the app from the United States unless it finds a way to separate from its Chinese parent company in 6 months, once it takes effect. As of Saturday, that bill looks one step closer to becoming law after it cleared the House a second time as part of a foreign aid package, making it more difficult for the Senate to ignore. The push comes from the U.S. policymakers' fear that ByteDance, which owns TikTok, could be compelled by its Chinese government to hand over data on U.S. users. TikTok has repeatedly said it does not store U.S. user information in China. Now, I hear this, and you know what I say to myself? You know, what do we... You want to know what's funny? What's funny is like how much effort we put into this and how interesting this situation is. But literally in the last election, Facebook sold our information to an analytics company that then used that to manipulate people and try to manipulate people in their voting habits. What is ByteDance doing? Let's say hypothetically that ByteDance is actually doing all of this shit, right? What's the difference between what Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, Twitter, all of these apps do? Like, taking people's data is as American as apple pie and baseball at this point. Stealing people's data is literally a thing. We literally signed an espionage act that we will continue to do. For all y'all that don't know, if you have any friends or if you've ever texted anybody, if you've ever left the country and text anybody in that country and the U.S. government deems that person you're texting might be an adversary of the United States, they have the right to further spy on that person and by connection spy on you for that transgression. That's something that we've signed into bill. So like, this is a very weird question. Like, I also did a video about surveillance and how media companies can readily identify you, about the woman who was 6 weeks pregnant and was going to use it to surprise her her dad and her mom, but because of the targeted ads that were sent to her mom and dad that kept telling them to buy baby clothes, they figured out that their daughter was pregnant before the daughter could tell them. Like, I can find people via debt for pennies on the dime. If you're lucky enough to figure out where your debt is allocated to, you could buy it for pennies on the dime and literally wipe out your debt without having to pay the exorbitant prices of what the taxpayers say. Debt is a commodity, and knowledge and technology is all of that stuff is a commodity that people use in order to leverage selling whatever they want to sell. So TikTok doing this is no different. And the sad part about it is that we know for a fact that people within the ranks of the government use the information from TikTok. Look at the hypocrisy. Sleepy Joe Biden saying he's going to ban a bill that he got 10 million views on. Ban an app that got him 10 million eyes that he wouldn't have got otherwise. It's kind of the hypocrisy. And this is like revenge of the old people. Like, no one wants Joe Biden on fucking TikTok. Are you shitting me? Go fucking wipe my damn student loan debt. And this is the monotony of the situation, right? There's a real live energy about, look, bro, you don't have to be on TikTok. Just wipe out my student loan so I can buy a house and we'll call it even, man. But like, it's the things that no one asks for that they're doing that's really grinding people's gears, especially mine. It's really becoming hard for me to believe that he's actually going to win this year just because of how badly they fumbled this situation. And now they're taking away a representative tool for the youth. So you're losing the youthful vote. Like, that's crazy. We dig deeper. While TikTok users might be surprised by the incongruent campaigning, professionals have mostly shrugged off the cognitive dissonance to them. What's most important is being where their voters are. Even so, TikTok's prohibition on political ads and relative newsness to the election scene means is not yet indispensable for campaigns in the way that strongholds like Facebook are after providing to be reliable for fundraising over several cycles. But many strategists also still recognize opportunity, if limited, on the platform for as long as it exists in the current form. Bradley Tusk, a venture capitalist and political strategist who served as Mike Bloomberg's campaign manager. I guess you weren't very good, seeing as how he didn't even make it to the second debate stage. In 2009, mayoral race compared candidates' attitude towards TikTok ban to how they might treat proposals to amend campaign financing laws. Too bad you're a billionaire and no one cares. When you see proposals to change them, every member says, well, I'll live by whatever the rules are, but I'm not going to unilaterally disarm until that happens, says Tusk. So I think every campaign that is using TikTok is going to use it until the day the platform goes away or changes hands or whatever happens. If anything, but I think that's no one is going to primitively not use TikTok. And he makes a good point here. He makes a great point here. Let's just cut to the brass tack. This is a great article. You could read through it. It gives you a very thorough rundown of everything that happens. But let's just get to the brass tack of the situation. Are they going to take down TikTok if no one quote unquote buys it? They can say that, but you lose a part of this that makes it possible. So the House passing it is definitely concerning because it's tied with aid that the Senate has been asking for. So there's a strong likelihood that they will have to do this, and it's going to be packaged together. So this will probably be banned. I don't think ByteDance will sell their company to anyone in the U.S. I don't think anybody would want to be responsible for that because you're just putting yourself to legal standards where an American owner owns it now, but you still can't confirm or deny if information is being sold to China. But further from that, once again, the cognitive dissonance that the people who want to ban this app are currently shilling on the app. There's a part of me that says to myself, what's to stop China from just creating a corporate entity within America and have them buy people's data on Facebook or Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, right? We have a bunch of foreign sanctions right now out against North Korea. But if you watch Amazon's hit series Invincible, great season, by the way, you have been supporting the dictators of North Korea because we just got word that somehow, some way, through a shell company of a shell company of another shell company, animators were being forced or being paid to work on Invincible season 2. So this whole idea of trying to protect the kids is crazy. Saying that TikTok is a danger to our youth, and not just like a physical danger, saying that the things that are being seen there are sexual in nature, when Twitter is literally Pornhub 2.0. It's literally called X. They talk about how the transgender agenda is being put out there, like transgender people just started existing in 2024. Like, get over yourself. And then third, talking about how there is creating a divide in this country. You know where the divide probably started to. I'm not saying this is where the divide started. You could go back as far as, slavery. But I'm pretty sure the point where a bunch of people stormed our democracy and tried to reverse the people's decision was probably the breaking point. And then finally, this overzealous nature of old people. Now, I want to make this clear because I don't want to seem ageist. I love old people. I think you guys are great at doing things well within your capability. One of the things you probably shouldn't be doing is dictating the life-changing detrimental attributes of people's lives when you're not going to be there to witness the consequences. Ruth Bader Ginsburg comes to mind. People champion her. Oh, women this. Shut up. She was a bum, and she wasted her potential and destroyed her legacy because of her ego, because she would rather died in power than relinquished it to the future, to the people. And because of that, women across the world, across the country, lost their right to choose. And that's a hard pill for people to swallow. But this is the consequences of the action. No matter how you pick it, red pill, blue pill, whichever side you're on, this is a collective cry for help and danger. But there might be hope, because where there's a group of people who want to see politics over people, we still have other means in the legislature or within the governmental properties that will give us an edge here, right? Mother lover. Oh. I don't know what you want from me, but go away. Oh, you want me to take off my ad blocker? Go fuck yourself. Okay. So as we talk about this, are you kidding me? Leave me alone. All right, which ad blocker do I got to turn off? Oh yeah. Okay. Stop crying. We turned it off. All right. So while TikTok is going to probably more than likely be banned, we do have other means of stopping this, or at least managing this. Because in November of last year, a U.S. judge blocked Montana from banning TikTok use in its state. So we've seen this on the state level. And usually whenever we're kind of concerned about laws being that progress as far as it pertains to technology, the first concern always comes at the state level. So when a bunch of legislators try to ban TikTok in Montana, there was a bunch of petitions that went out, and eventually a judge found that they couldn't do that because it went against the First Amendment right. The government cannot tell another company, which is treated as an individual in this country, how to run their business as long as it falls within the lines of the law. And that is why Congress had to change the law to state that this creates a bigger issue that is widespread and doesn't land in our favor, because we know of multiple people who do business across the border. This would change the language and the history for this. The better way of doing this, the better way of handling this is requiring TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and all of these companies to be all held at the same standard with what they do with our data. But if that was the case, then the 24% of congressional people who receive money from the tech sector would lose out on their pensions, because they would have to basically write laws that actually hurt the people that pay them, instead of writing laws to benefit the people who elected them. And that is the problem that we're going to see consistently in our government when it comes to tech. If the tech giant companies are paying us, there's no reason for them to fear the people who elected them, because guess what? I could be elected today and get fired tomorrow. But as long as I pass the bill that the person who paid me to pass, I'm going to retire happy. I'm going to retire richer, happier, and be able to ignore you guys. And for 9 times out of 10, you wouldn't be able to pick me out in a lineup of your U.S. representatives, which is actually pretty shocking. The amount of people that can't pick out their state representative in a lineup, shocking. Don't feel bad. I went 6 for 7. But I believe the Supreme Court and the judicial system would be the one defense to blocking this or reversing this, because it could be made a law, but how the law is interpreted is left up to the judicial branch. And seeing as how there's an opportunity for them to have this case be put on president, you could have this law in place, but then the president of it being illegal to force a company to change hands because foreign actors might believe that data is being misrepresented is mad shocking. And once again, it falls into the line of America's history is baked into stealing information and manipulating data to get more information on people. It's as American as American pie. But that's my take on it. I appreciate you guys. Clap it. Let me know what y'all think. Can y'all get me to 1,000 on TikTok? Will it ever happen? Could it happen before they cancel it? Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z. I'll see you guys later. We love it. We love it. I'm parched. Oh, we got a raid. Hey, yo, what's up? Hey, yo, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Get down. Yeah. Hey, give him some fire. Give him some fire. Give him some fire. Can we get the raid message back up? Yeah, let them know. Pay your respects up front. I appreciate the raid. Thank you so much. Wait. Oh man, I appreciate the raid. Thank you so much. Wow. How was your stream? Sorry, you caught me during the news section. I turn off the alerts during the news section. Sorry about that, but I will send a shout out. I feel like everyone you brought was here. It was like 7 strangers. Now we got 67 of y'all in here. So I appreciate that. 1K subs. I'm not sure what that means. What's up, Robotech? Oh, Panda. Yeah, okay. I was lurking in Panda Coder's stream, and I was like, oh, let me say what's up before I actually start setting up, because I was just sitting there. It's one of those things where you're setting up your stream, but you're listening to other people's stream, and you're like, why do I have to stream? This person's doing great. Why don't we all just collectively? I'm gonna just send a tweet out and say we all gonna just chill here until the night's done, and then Vandercore's like, all right, I'm leaving. And I was like, oh shit, oh that's right, I gotta set up my stream. I gotta get ready for my stream. Well, I thought everybody could eat the cake. No, I need to get 1,000 followers on TikTok before they ban TikTok. That's the goal. New goal unlocked. So if everybody has TikTok here's the TikTok link. We're also live on TikTok right now too. So there's that. But yeah, let me send a quick shout out. I don't believe I rad devs. Let me be the first to follow you. The thing I like about running into new streamers is like, one, good for you, right? Good for you. You feel me?
Oh yeah!
You summed up the courage. You turned on your mic. Some of you didn't. You don't even have to turn on your mic. Some of y'all don't have to turn on your mic. Some of y'all don't even have to turn on your camera. You could be a VTuber. You could be Mike and just code. No, nothing. I saw Mike in here. I'm talking shit. You could just be in here talk. You could just code. So two other people I started following. You did have music, to be fair. You did have music. I just randomly followed somebody who I remember rating me, and I was just like, oh, okay, let me check out your stream. And they're just like, oh, I started streaming because of you. And you know what? It brought a tear to my eye.
Beta.
No, it's cool. It's just like, you know, if as long as you can motivate people to do something better. Yeah, I made you turn it off. I am almost sure Destiny's Child sent their child to come take your stream down. Like, nah, this dude playing my music? Nah, take it down. The disrespect. Nah, take it down. You think for 7 days you gonna have a VOD up? Take it down. Destiny's Child sent their babies to come beat your ass. Started streaming because of Robotech. That's a great, dare I say the best. The reason why I keep streaming and keep drawing is literally because of Robotech's family. Robotech's household literally has me in a chokehold. Remember the from Baby Boy? He's like, scream for you. That's right. Scream for your mommy. Scream for your mommy. The whole household got me in a chokehold. But today we're starting our full stack journey. We are moving on. We have graduated from the intro course and now moving into the full stack. But now that everyone's here, I do want to take a second to thank Robotech, Mike, Blaze was in here, Job, and the host of other strangers that sat up in here and kicked it with your boy on Friday for my 100 sub celebration. I said if I ever made 100 subs in 1 month, I would come and stream for 12 hours. I'm a man of my word, and I'm here to do it for the people. You feel me? So thank you guys so much. Had a ball. I should do that every Friday. Yeah. Let's take it easy, okay? Let's take it easy, okay? No, so like for me, okay, so in all honesty, and it wasn't until I lied on my resume that I actually got the job. That's the crazy part about it. I was keeping it 100 with them all the way through. Like, you know, I made it to a bunch of third rounds. I sat down with panels, and I was just very honest and very blunt. Like, hey, look, you know, I'm practicing every day. I'm getting better. Here's my GitHub. Here's some code that I understand, and you know, these are charts and dashboards that I've built in Power BI, and this is all the stuff that I can do right now. And I'm very confident that, you know, 3 months with a proper trainer, with someone that has a vested interest in seeing my potential grow, I think I could do wonders for your company. And they're like, man, no, some dude just finished a 2-week boot camp, so we're just gonna pick him. And I was like, but I can cut a heart out of someone's body, but can you refactor 17-year-old code? No? Okay. Sit at the end of the line. Get fucked. So I did it out of spite. I was like, I know I can do this. Why come no one believes me? And that the question should have been, Hero, why come you don't believe in yourself? Because we all know, if you tell yourself a lie long enough, even you will start to believe in it. Even you will start to believe in it. So I just said, I am a programmer. Not only am I a programmer in Python, I'm a programmer in JavaScript and C#. Clap it up. You feel me? You feel me? So now every day I come here and I make it my mission. I make it my mission to basically prove what I have in my resume to be true in reality. So we've conquered Python. We're in the middle of conquering JavaScript, and we will shortly be conquering C#. Yeah, we love C# over here. Truth be told, hey Mike, I took your request into consideration. We have a design coming up for the C#. Okay. All right, we got you, baby. We got you. The people asked for it, and we gonna give it to them. The people asked for it, so we gonna give it to them. You feel me? All right, so what do we know and what do we want to do? We know we're working on the Odin project, right? And we're gonna start the full stack journey. You got some ideas? Okay, hey, I appreciate that. You know, we'll get our people in contact with your people. You feel me? We'll get my people in contact with your people. And what do we want to do here? We're gonna start off fresh, so we can do this together. Who all here is starting something new? You feel me? Hey, what's up, Kenneth? Kenneth, I saw your comment. I was at the gym deadlifting. I went real light today. I stopped at 405. I was gonna go up to 550, maybe even 600. But you wanna know something that irritates me at the gym is when people use equipment that's supposed to be used for exercising to rest on it. So I had my little quarter box there because, you know, after doing a lot of squats, heavy squats, your gluteus maximum, for all you guys, that's your derriere, keeping it PG-13. Apparently a sponsor said I'm too vulgar and they don't want to work with me. You know what I said to them?
Fuck your life!
I'm a goner. They're never going to hire me. It's over. Yeah, it's over. So you just gotta stay true to yourself. You expect me to have morals when you raid Shadow Legends? You don't have morals. Yeah. So we're gonna look at that. Let's just pull it up. We started with the calculator and we've come to the conclusion. Everyone has come to the conclusion. I think we're all good with this. We're just not gonna make it. Oh, for all the new people here, there is a race that is currently going on. You can see it at the bottom of the screen. It's the Perfect Lurker. If you want to join the race, all you have to do is click the channel points and use the channel point called the Perfect Lurker. And I still have the points on from we had it discounted for the 12-hour stream. So understand that the Perfect Lurker is a race for people who want to just sit back and lurk. Sit back and chat. You feel me? They don't feel no pressure. And you get points for not talking. But if you do want to talk, you can use the talking with strangers. And you could say that. And don't worry, if you do like to talk, you can see right there we have the Perfect Stranger. The perfect stranger. My goodness. Yeah, Mike taking full advantage of Mike taking full advantage of that. He like, you know what? We gonna use these points. We gonna use these points. It'd be like that. It'd be like that. All right, so we finished we finished the calculator. I didn't do it on stream, but basically, the combination of Mike, me, and and Minnie collectively said, "Oh, that's why we don't use." Did I get a new camera? No, I think I'm just zoomed in. I think I'm just very much zoomed in. Or unless you're saying that because I look really shitty, which is a horrible. Which, you know what, Kenneth? That's a really nice way of saying I look fucked up. So, you know, I appreciate that.
You son of a bitch.
No, I think I'm just zoomed in from the last time we went live. He said, "I'm lucky I'm driving a cop behind me." Hey, yo, don't get pulled over. Then you gonna have to riz the cop.
Sin City wasn't made for you.
All right, let's get this show on the road. So we're using the Odin project. There's a few of you guys that are doing some new stuff. So if you're new to JavaScript, I highly recommend the vanilla approach. You know, I'm doing the vanilla approach, and I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. It was super useful, super nice. And the Odin project has proven to be quite good. Oh, okay. I appreciate it. Hey, maybe I'll keep it zoomed in. I'm on point with it. Hey, I'm trying to keep up. Taking a break. Nah, I appreciate you, Kenneth. Man, you guys are so awesome. I'd be remiss if you think I'm awesome. Just imagine my personality, but I actually knew how to program. And then these people that I'm gonna shout out, gonna know. I want to do this too. Also, I'm gonna put it in my Discord. But I want to create a self-promotion page because there's a lot of people in the community. A lot of pillars in the community doing some amazing stuff right now. And I rarely get to keep up with all of it. So I would love to be able to know like what projects you guys are working on, what little side things you guys doing. So I'm gonna create that in the Discord so I can keep up with that shit. But Blaze is in here. I ain't gonna shout you out if you ain't said nothing. You feel me? I don't want your girlfriend to know you in here. You said you was doing some work. I don't want you getting in trouble. You feel me? Y'all here leaving traps and stuff? Wow. The best mod this side of Mississippi. Your boy Kenneth in here. Y'all go check him out. You guys better hurry. You guys should hurry up and follow Mike because he literally might be banned tomorrow. You never know with him. You never know with him. I ain't going. I see. No, I'm gonna shout out Panda Coder because that's how y'all all got here. I see some people. I don't want to do it. Oh yeah, very futuristic vibes for Blaze. Blaze has probably one of the best avatars I've seen on stream. Shout out to Robotex, Samara. Samara be playing Call of Duty. She be winning that. Blaze. Kenneth, can you add him real quick? And it seems like there's a lot of streamers in my chat, but I don't want to put y'all on blast if y'all don't want to be put on blast. Some of y'all might be on some stuff like this. Oops, sorry, I accidentally hit the wrong person. But follow that person too. Who knows? But no, shout out to Willow. No, I don't think he's in here, but yeah, that's his ad, and he usually streams like midday, afternoon time. So definitely check him out. Let's get into it, shall we? So we finished up the calculator. Excuse me. We ended up going with evaluate, and what we found out very quickly is like when a built-in function was designed for something and is doing that something, maybe we should just, as a collective group of people, just respect that. Because it really, I got to see a lot about the operations and see how JavaScript thinks. The tier level of thinking that we are required there's a reason why we have computer programs to do these things for us now, because it's just to even program to do the math is one thing, but to figure out how to do the math, let me play that back. Doing the math is hard already, but to figure out how to do the math, that's crazy. Like, there's a reason why Einstein would sit here and gush over an 8th grader, because the things that he took him a lifetime to process, we learned that freshman year of high school now. So, gotta moral of the story, you gotta take, don't, you're not cooler or you're not better because you did it the hard way. Learning is learning. Learn the lesson that you need to learn and move the fuck on. Definitely something I need to hold on to. You feel me? So we choosing our path. We already went through this. Wait, what's going on? I hear something, but I didn't turn back on my alerts. Sir. What's up, Chris? I spent half the weekend with you and it was fun. Oh, it's drawing. Thanks for the raid. How was the stream? Learning is learning. Learning is learning. It was just one of those, like, one of those points where I just got to the point. I was just like, look. We have a set goal here. Accomplish your goal of what you want to learn, and then push forward. But you know how dumb you look pursuing something on the, like, fighting the 11th boss. You missed the story item. You missed a key story item that's stopping you from beating the boss on the 3rd level. Stream was good. Did a bunch of stuff for marketing sites. I mean, if you want, feel free to I think you should be able to. Feel free to publish any work that you put on. Marketing, offer your services to the people. Let me give you a quick shout out. We got a nice group in here. Pillar of the community. Chris, if you guys aren't following this majestic man, you're missing out on some quality D's. Always on the cutting edge. I feel, my personal opinion. Don't like it? Come fight me. What's up? Bring it on. No, I'm just playing. I'm a lover, not a fighter. Hey, yo, look out, Robotech. Thanks for the bits. Easiest thing, shout out, is a contribution list. Okay, definitely. Let me put a pin on that for 20. Hey, yo, what's going on? Did you get pulled over by the police officer? What happened? What's happening? Robotech, someone has stolen your credit card. I think someone has stolen your credit card. What is that? Last thing Robotech said is that she was being Followed by the police. So like, are you paying your ticket through the bits? Was that the deal you made? Oh, you're home. Okay, clap it up. Robotech's home, everybody. Real quick, what's the name of the chapter 11 in the book so I know when to stop reading? Robotech, you know Mike's not going to challenge you, right? Mike, people like Mike, me, we've accepted who runs this stream. We accept who runs the stream. No one's going to fight you on this. Chapter 11 is called Reasonable versus Rational. Reasonable is greater than rational. Rationale. Thank you so much, Robotech. Honestly. Greatly appreciate it. My goodness. I don't run shit, and we don't have you in a chokehold. Yeah, sure you don't. Sure you don't. If only you guys could see what was happening off camera. Thank you, sir. The audio doesn't have the chapters in them. Oh, really? That's tragic. That's tragic. Y'all make sure y'all go follow Robotech. Always doing something fun, whether it's a game jam, working on Godot. I remember when I used to actually do Godot here, and I felt like a savant. You know, I was Himothy, and now Robotech's building game jams for pirate software. When did you lap me? When did you run that? How did you run that many laps around me? We live in different states. Hey, we already know. We already know. I don't know. Cruz. I don't want to mess up your name. I'm gonna mess up your name. I'm sorry, but thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. What I miss, God. Hey, Mike. I was just telling like Mike said he's done with Twitch because he might get banned any day this week. He could get it. Mike can be banned. Mike got banned for something he did in 2001 or 2011. What day? What was the date of your incident? He got banned for something that he wasn't even on Twitch. That man wasn't even born. Oh man, poor Mike. All right, so just to be clear, we decided to go with the full stack method here. I don't know, 4 years older when he got banned for something 4 years old. Crazy. So yeah, the Ruby on Rails, we talked about it, but we decided we're going with the full stack JavaScript. So we're going to explore that. This one has 6 courses in it. And we're going back to HTML and CSS, where I really thrived. I really enjoyed the CSS and HTML aspect of it. Hero was talking shit while I was driving with the police was behind me. I couldn't get him, so I didn't even say nothing. I had nothing but great things to say to you. I had nothing but great things to say about you. All right. When they said courses, I thought they meant like 6 total. This is definitely more than 6. But I guess this is where we're going to learn how to make pages look pretty. And I've had some ideas. Guys. I have some ideas. I really want to get into this. Look, okay. Literally, I had to put the comic book. I had to put a comic book that was once free. I had to put it behind a paywall. I couldn't justify somebody paying for something that I was giving away for free. So I had to make it you know, it's half the chapters are free, and then the other half $3. You know, nothing major, but how much I paid for comic books when I was a kid. That's what I thought was a fair price. And then after paying like $3 for the seventh time, the person behind the desk was like, "Bro, you can just read it and put it back. You don't have to buy them." And I was just like, "But then how do you make money?" He says, "It's the joy of watching people read that pays me." And then I later found out that the government pays for his establishment because he had youth books in there too. So a win's a win. That's what we call Uncle Sam doing shit for me. You feel me? All right, let's get into it. Remember when we used to do this like all day? This was a thing for us, learning. This is the first of two-part course where we dig deeper into HTML and CSS. Our foundations lessons by design only scratch the surface of what's possible. We wanted to give you all of bare necessities for getting started so you could move on and be somewhat productive as quickly as possible. But now it's time to slow down and dig in. You have probably realized by now that there are some more HTML elements than we mentioned in our foundation content. Throughout the course, we will be hitting the rest of the important elements such as forms and tables. Damn, they immediately gave us an assignment. There is also a lot more than you can do in CSS. That's really like CSS and HTML definitely felt like we didn't get anywhere. But some of the cool things we were able to do, especially with the DOM, game changer. You'll learn throughout this course such as variables, functions, shadows, and of course grid layout. That's something we did with the Etch and Sketch. So buckle up. By the time you finish this course, you'll be able to recreate just about any web design you can find on the internet, which is an important skill to carry forward even if you are not shooting for front-end specific jobs. Being able to make your portfolio pieces look nice is important when it comes to making it yourself stand out. You'll learn about animation, accessibility, very important, and responsive design in a second part of this course later in the curriculum. HTML, read. All right, so we'll pull this out. We'll pull this out and we'll save it for later so we can read it. Read it for later. We also know about the CSS cheat sheet. If you don't have this memorized, also, let me post this for you guys, right? Just in case anybody wants to read this later. The CSS cheat sheet is super, super useful. And if you find yourself having a hard time working in the browser version of the console log, the cheat sheet will make you feel a little bit more comfortable, a little bit more at home. Oh. All right. All right, cool. Where we at? We're starting our full stack journey. We're going into full stack. Emits. We're about to learn what emits are, and just like preparing overall for what's to come. We're back on the study grind, man. We spend a lot of time building up on skills, but like it's just became very clear that I don't have enough knowledge to back up the grandiose ideas I have and things I want to build. So we got to take it a step further. I got you, Crick. I appreciate you stopping by. Thank you both. Yeah, I mean it's dangerous, but it seems scary at first. But when you got a few strangers by your side, anything's possible, right? And that's the reason why we're going very generic. A lot of people ask me like, why are you going generic? And it's just like, if you're telling me that this is the basis of why everyone developed the framework, understanding the basics would set you up to understand some like the frameworks later on down the line. And I think an extra hint here, just to quell people. When people start getting into framework arguments and debates, the thing that I do to quell them immediately is just say, because it's fucking fun. Why not? Is it going to hurt? It's not going to hurt. And some of them act like they...
Holy shit!
What? You're doing this for fun? Yeah, fuck it.
I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon.
Yeah, I'm sure everybody wants to make money eventually, but relax. Let's start from the top. Emmet is a plugin built into VS Code that helps you write HTML and CSS more efficiently by providing a bunch of clever shortcuts. By now, you have written a good amount of HTML and CSS, and if you have been using VS Code, there's a big chance that you already encountered Emmet. We actually haven't been using that in some way. Lesson overview. This section contains general overview topics. You will learn a lesson and use some of the Emmet most useful shortcuts. Set up a VS. Do I need this, Mike? I don't think I need this. Or maybe we do have it, because we do have this exclamation mark thing. Hold on, let's pull it up. Let's pull up our thingamajiggy. I think we've been using a version of this. No, if it's like Copilot, then we're probably not going to use it. The Primogen has a lot of hot takes, but I really agreed with one of his hot takes, which is, for beginners, using AI is crippling you. Confirmed. And notice I said for beginners. All you try-hard veterans out there, you are well within your right. You've earned your passage. But this was something that I was saying before. If you're using Copilot, it's just like Batman's utility belt. And if you couldn't beat Bane's ass with straight hands, there's a strong likelihood you're not going to beat his ass without that shit. You feel me? I'll go to bed. Have a nice stream. I've come check out your full stack journey. Hey, I appreciate that so much. Once again, you guys make sure you go follow.
Get down!
Rad Def? Or is that? Am I saying this? I'm gonna stick with Rad Def. Let me give you a shout out for the road, because I know Chris's people came in here. Chris is probably cooking some fire-ass dish right now. Oh wait, I gotta wait. Fucking. That's dumb. At the very least, okay. Wait, hold on. I missed some key points. Hold on. I missed some key points. Let's scroll back up. For example, HTML document creates a template. Yeah, so I feel like I've already been using that aspect of it. So if that's what they talking about, we already been using it. It's not really AI. It's a LSP that has a bunch of shortcuts to deal with boilerplate code. Okay. So we have a version of this somewhere. Class name, HTML docs will create a div class. Oh yeah. We got that already. At the very least, you got to know how things go together. Yeah, for sure. And that just depends on like how far you want to go with it. Because I definitely see a group of people who have made a vested interest to integrate AI into their way of coding. And instead of like trying to get the language models to understand the generalities of coding, it's much easier to get them to understand your style of coding. Hey, that's what I'm talking about, Secret. Would create a UL with 10 list. Oh, wow. Okay, maybe we should put this in. Yeah. Maybe we should put this in. That sounds relatively useful. Let's look it up real quick. Or is there a better version of this? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think so. Let me see. Oh wait, shit, wrong one. Yeah, I probably already had it. Wouldn't AI help beginners though? It's like on demand teacher for me, so I don't have to bother anyone. No, and understand how you choose to use AI dictate is not my transgression. I think my transgression is with people who want to have a vested interest with it, and their first response, their first leaning is to go to AI. Like I could easily have told AI to give me, like, I could have looked up a syllabus and said, ChatGPT, teach me all of these concepts. But I decided to use a tried and proven method, which is the Odin project, right? So, like, if you're soloed out and you don't have anywhere to go and have any question, as long as it doesn't become a crutch, if you find yourself leaning on AI to answer questions that you should be gaining through repetition, I think that's where it goes wrong. Like, another thing that might be, and this might be me being a little bit, get off my lawn, shaking my fist at the clouds. The amount of times that I've spent looking for errors in my code has drastically been reduced, because all it took was 1 hour and 33 minutes. Notice how I know that time specifically, to have made a spelling error or index error or a type error, and I never made that mistake again. Because it suffocated me. I couldn't find the issue. I couldn't find the error, and that's where, like, someone might cut the line and say, "Oh, I'm gonna just put it into ChatGPT and tell me what's wrong. Oh, you missed the curly braces on line 53." But I think it's those interactions that help with your problem solving skills and make you more comfortable when errors pop up. I think one of the happiest versions of me when coding is when I write succinct code, decent code. There's no error that shows up. It's now a logic issue, because now that I know that my ability to write functional code is possible, I can now focus more on making it logical, which is really where the problem solving comes from, right? Which is really where the problem solving comes from. Whenever you see me freeze up and not feel comfortable with my code, it's not because I don't know what to do. Well, it is because I don't know what to do, but it's primarily because I now have a conflicting interest where I don't know if it's my logic or is my ability to write functional code, right? So when I can take one of those things out of the equation, I can seriously sit down and think about the logic. But that's just me. I'm a dude that has medical degrees and I barely was a B student average. Teachers be like, how are you going to get a job? I'm going to be a football player. Fuck you. Miserable old hag. I got a C in statistics after taking linear algebra and getting a B. Huh. Some teachers are assholes, man. See, and that's why I like my page. My page, you know, it's been open. Backseat coding is welcome. This is coding with strangers. I'd be a hypocrite if I said anything else. But I also come with the understanding, two understandings. One, innately, people want to help. So this is proof of that. Two, the greatest form of learning comes when you are most adamant about your weaknesses. And on the internet, you can't hide. There's literally nothing you can hide. So like, when I know something, oh, I'm talking shit. But when I don't know something, I'm being this motherfucker like, nah, I don't get it. Yeah, it's the internet. Like, if I didn't want backseat coding, I wouldn't stream. But literally, you guys helped me get my first job, so maybe I need to put you guys in my wheel or something. For every stranger that subscribed to my channel, I'll give you 1/10 of my retirement, as many times as I have, and that will be split up amongst the majority of you. All right, so I don't think this is Emmett like snippet for JS. I don't really know if any of these are hitting like we want them to hit, so we'll probably avoid it. We'll see. I don't know. Did anybody make a suggestion for one that I should have? Man, they got a bunch of these things. Sorry if I missed it in chat. I was rambling. You don't need any of that, Hero. You already baked into your VS Code. All right, cool. Mike said we could move on. Emmett does the exclamation mark for the abbreviation, which we know in the HTML. Shoulder trigger. We just used one of the many abbreviations. Cool. Keyboard shortcuts. Considering how useful these two are, we will be setting up VS Code shortcuts to start off with opening the keyboard shortcut. Keyboards you can do by clicking the cog icon. Wait, why would we want to set up keyboard? Why would we want to set this up? Some people don't know when to stop talking though, but that's a different issue than backseat coding. No, like you gotta, yeah. See, I don't really mind. I don't mind engagement in any facet because I for lack of a better term, like when I don't want to talk to y'all, I just turn off and just focus, and then I let y'all talk amongst yourselves. Yeah. There's a like, and don't get it twisted. You know, people are gonna try you, but you know, I'm not above telling somebody to go fuck themselves and let that be the end of it. You know, because some people gonna try you, right? People gonna try you. You know, we banned that one dude in stream the other day. He came through and said, "Yeah, for like 58% of women have this ST." Like, you got a stat for that? I'm gonna give you 5 minutes. I'm gonna give you 5 minutes to present a stat on that, and then I'm gonna ban you if you don't bring one. Hey yo, what up? Who we doing? What's that? Rob Blind? What's good? I have an obligation to you guys to create an environment that you guys feel comfortable being in. Because if I don't stand up or say something, then it wouldn't be far-fetched for y'all to believe that I accept what is being said. So like, I also understand I'm probably a little bit more well versed with tougher conversations. Like, it's not a secret about who I am as a person and what I believe. So like, I have a lot more vigor when I'm able to talk when it comes to talking about like shit that I'm passionate about. But in order to make sure that people can feel comfortable in this space, asking questions, engaging with me, and helping me code, I have to be a little bit of a douchebag sometimes. And it makes for great clips on YouTube. I mean, seriously, when I need a good 6,000 view video, me banning some asswipe is probably the easiest way to do it. A lot of familiar names, a lot of strangers becoming friends. Yeah, but hey, Kenneth, that's why I take that clip and use it to make more monetary views. So, yeah, does he get the gratification? Sure, but do I also get what I need from it? Absolutely. And like now, there's a lot more tools now that Twitch has put in place to help curb that behavior, because not only can you ban them, you can stop them from actually watching your stream. Before you ban them, and then they can still find ways of interacting with you. But unless they're just going to be all out try hard, then like that's on them, right? But like you'll figure out how to best police and handle your stream. And that's all. And that's what I usually recommend. Like, find your happy medium. Like, what is acceptable and tolerable to in your community. I often have to tell people, like, when we raid somebody, I be telling people like, look, hey, don't be going in there saying dumb shit. Don't be in there, y'all embarrassing me in public. Stop it. Like a disgruntled mother in a damn store. Hey. All that no Diddy stuff stays in my stream, okay? Yeah. People going, you know, we had a joke. Some dude came in the chat and was like, "Hey man, you're kind of cute." And I'm gonna keep and I'm not homosexual. He said he had to be clear about that. And I just had to ask him, like, nah, bro, let's I appreciate the compliment, but nah. I need you to become more comfortable with what you said. Yeah, he just came out and said, "Hey, I think you're attractive. I'm a straight man." I was like, you know, straight is relative. You could have a curve at the end. And we just carried this joke on throughout the night. And then we raided somebody. Yo. And we just kept saying, "Hey yo, no Diddy." And we're in this new person's chat, And they're just like, and you could just see how uncomfortable they became immediately. And I just said to myself, you know what? Maybe I should simmer people down before a raid. And that is actually the reason why we do credits at the end of my stream. It forces everyone to kind of reset, realize like, okay, we're done here. The jokes and everything die here, and we're moving on. Yeah, well, once again, it's they want to garner a certain level of reaction out of you. And I said this before. No, some people don't know this, but for the people that don't know this, I'll tell it to you now. You are never going to tell anybody, even if they have if you went up to an identical twin and said, "Oh, you and your twin look alike," they'll both frown because people, even if they do look similar, enjoy their individuality. So when you strip them of that, you're never going to get a positive tendency out of it, unless that's what they're aiming to do. You see someone at a cosplay event, painted in green, ripped up purple shorts. Yeah, go ahead and say, "Hey, you look like the Hulk." Fair play. But you also like, you just have to learn how to like what's up, Blaze? But it's also on you to like figure out how much grace you want to have, because like I'm a firm believer, it's not my job to teach you social etiquette. That's what your mammy's for. But I do believe in a little bit of grace. Granted, I work in the hospital. I had to argue with people who said COVID isn't real, as I was asking them to sign the paper to basically confirm if they were going to get this 13-inch tube put down their throat. Hey, yo! What's up, Productive Time? That's 3 rates. Look out, Productive Time. What's up? Everybody's showing me love on a Monday. Hopefully your studying went well. Y'all go check out my favorite doctor on stream, who told me I couldn't buy any. I had to take the Yeezy shoes out of my cart because I have enough shoes, apparently. Have to get some rest. I understand. Yeah, she rinsed the shoes out of my carts, that's for sure. She told me I had too many shoes. Get some rest. You guys go give Productive Time a follow. Hopefully studying and everything went well. Okay, I'm not finding any of these shortcuts or keys. Simon, this is a good video of Emmett. Okay, we'll watch this later, and then we have an Emmett cheat sheet. Ooh, this is actually pretty nice. Hey, we're blazing through this. 2 chapters in, baby. Link that cheat sheet, please. I got you. Here you go. Here goes that link sheet right there, just in case anybody was interested. Also, and it's not that important, it's nice to know when you want to code faster. Multiplications, item numbers. Oh, this is the stuff that you were talking about, custom attributes. Click me. So these are like shortcuts in how to add click me's and things like that. That's actually pretty dope. I just had this funny thought in my head. Go do share, make the class laugh, but if the class doesn't laugh, you got detention. You got detention, sir. Okay?
Oh, you think Darkness is your ally. You merely adopted the dark.
That is funny. It's just shortcuts that types out the boilerplate code faster. Yeah. He said, Emmett, teacher Emmett. What are the chances that it's like they're like related? Is that too close? SVG, intermediate. SVG are a very common image format on the web. They can be a little confusing at first, but once you know how to use them, they are incredibly powerful tools for creating high quality dynamic images for your website. In this lesson, we will learn exactly what SVG are, what they are used for, and how you can embed them into your website. SVG. I think you need to start with saying that's it. The section contains SVG. What is SVG? This is a scalable image format. Scalable? What the hell is scalable? For all the new raiders, if you want to join the race that is currently going on, who's in first place? Oh wow, it's a bunch of landmines out there. Let me see who's in last place real quick. Since points is cheap right now. Oh, productive time. I'm sorry. Scalable, like it doesn't matter how far you zoom in, it still have great quality. Oh my. If you want to join the race, it's easy. You can just use the channel points, the perfect lurker, and as it stands right now, the prices for the weapons are still half off. So so you can be out here causing havoc if you want. Blaze, you really trying to catch Robotech, huh? Good luck to you. Lesson overview. So SVG are Scrabble. So it's not scalable. It's scalable. So like based on what you're telling me, like so it always has good quality, good resolution. They will easily scale to any size and retain. It's literally you have to be in the race to understand what's going on. The moment you're in the race, it's like Mad Max out there. It's constantly like Mad Max Fury Road. It's just people exacting their revenge. SVG are often used for icons, graphics charts, large simple images, pattern backgrounds. Okay, apply this effect to other elements via SVG filter. Man, y'all got Robotech out here hitting our own traps. Okay, but what are they? Yeah, we get that. A raster. Oh, so these are terms from the art world. So if you do any type of Photoshop editing, you know, like raster size photos versus vector photos and things like that. Scalable vector graphics are images defined by math and opposed to traditional raster graphics where your image is defined by a grid of pixels. Yes, with the raster graphics, the details is limited to the size of the pixel grid if you want to increase the size of the image, scale it, you have to increase the size of the grid. How do you decide what all those new pixels should look like? There's no simple solution. Additionally, the larger the grid, the bigger the file size grows. Yeah, we're having a good time now. SVG have another interesting aspect to them. They are defined by XML, aka extendable markup language. Never knew that's what that meant. In an HTML-like syntax, which is used for lots of things, APIs and RSS. RSS like podcast feeds. I'm familiar with that. Hey, what up, Nez? He's on Instagram. I don't know. I don't even know if Instagram is still up. That's crazy. I just saw your message on IG. Shout out to IG if you're still in there. First it means the human readable. Blaze, you're asking me something? Is that directed towards me? First it means APIs, the factor SVG code. Okay. However, it would look something like this. It means that it is human readable. If you were to open a JPEG in a text editor, it would look like gobbledygook. Is that how you spell gobbledygook? That's quite unfortunate. If you were to open up SVG, however, it would look something like this. And this kind of makes sense. So you know, like the view box is how big it is. I'm assuming if this is measured in pixels. SVG. What's the CXCYR? I don't know. Something about colors made that come to mind. And then the width and depth, the space that it captures. Center X, center Y, and then radius. Okay, that makes sense. Well, I mean, there's two reasons why I think this has to mean something to me. Because I've built a game before, so the view box makes a inherent sense. And then the XY width height is like the dimensional planes of it. And then I didn't know the C, but I saw the XYR. I assumed that it was like XY. I didn't, but then the CY made me think it was something else. So like the radius is pretty interesting here. So like if you've ever tried to put a 2D image onto a 3D surface, like this inherently makes sense to you because, and not that it was easy or anything, but like I think one of the immediate trials of trying to figure out if a gaming engine's UI is easy or UI friendly is how long and how hard is it for you to attach a 2D image onto a 3D surface. Attributes, value, describe. the schema of elements that you are allowed to within the SVG elements. Yeah, it's just the parameters that you can control. If it might still be confusing, but hey, those are words. Tags, attributes compared to binary file formats like JPEGs. We're definitely in a familiar territory. The second benefit of XML is it's designed to be interpolated with HTML, which means you can put the above code directly into HTML files without any changes, and it should display the image. And because these can become elements in DOMs, just like HTML elements, you can target them with CSS and create them using the element web API you've already been using. Drawbacks. Let's get into the good stuff. So clearly SVG are awesome. Time to go convert all of the images to SVG, right? Well, not quite. SVG are great for relatively simple images, but because every single detail of the image needs to be written in XML, they are extremely inefficient at storing complex images. If your image is supposed to be a photorealistic or it's fine details or textures, like grunge text is a great example. The SVG are the wrong tool for the job. Okay. So what can we like for icons? They mentioned icons, labels, simple designs. But like, what's to stop you from just importing an image and putting like a div and putting the image in a div and making that a button? I feel like let me not speak too ill will of it. Typically, you will want to create a SVG from scratch. In your code, most often you will download the file or copy the code either from website or from an image editor that can create them. Adobe Illustrator, Figma are two popular apps that can create SVG. However, it's pretty common to download SVG and want to tweak or adjust it just a little bit. So knowing that all the bits and pieces are and how they work is very useful. Hey, yo. So they give a little bit of a definition of everything here. So we'll take this to the bank. Oh shit, they talking about embedding. I bet you we actually have to do this. What's the assignment, damn it? There's a lot of great SVG icons, libraries, and materials. What are we talking about? It's pretty cool when you have a different device size. You can use the same SVG and have it render at different sizes. Still looks great with normal images. Maybe you'd want different sizes for different screens. Also, SVG can be subject to animations. Okay, so it's worth having in your toolkit. I just worry that the integration of it, because you could also put very hard restraints on images. You could very much so put hard restrictions on images. You know? Don't scale as well. You would need multiple versions. That's why SVG is so nice. Okay. So it's okay. And you know, we haven't really explored past outside of like a desktop image, which I think is probably going to be the most optimal version for us to see something. Like we're able to see an image in its best version, in its best light when it's on the desktop. Like we've never really taken any of these images and put them on a cell phone to see what they look like, which I'm very nervous about. Not a Hado. Okay. Which is important because you don't want a sluggish ass website. You definitely don't want a sluggish ass website. We know a lot about sluggish websites on this channel. It's not something we're proud of. But if you're gonna make fun of me for my inadequacies, you have to ask the question: what have you done to help me?
If you look at me and look at you, I look better than you.
That being said, I haven't ever handcrafted SVG. Mostly just get exported from programs like Linkscape. The way I see it, the way I very much see it is, you take an image and you convert it, or you have a template that you just make minor tweaks to. A lot of what I see in front web dev is probably attributed to art style. I call it an art style. Art style what is art style to me? It's like the equivalent of, we all know what a Dragon Ball Z character looks like, right? Think about Goku in your mind. If I drew Goku, that would be my art style. And what very much so what I think is, once you develop a signature, a style, an aesthetic, barring you expanding on it, you very much so always revert back to those things. It's a comfort thing. And it's only, that skill set only grows when you push yourself to try new things. That's why it's very important for me to not just make all of my comic book panels over the shoulder or side by side, very static images. I be having motherfuckers in there doing JoJo poses to have the most boring conversation. You gotta put in the work. It's called leaving a lasting impression.
I deal with my opponents a little bit like I handle my love life. I make sure I leave a lasting impression.
Wiser words have never been spoken. Okay, cool. So stands for XML namespace. This specifies the dialectic, what dialectic XML you're using in your case. The dialect. Oh, I'm saying dialect. My fucking ass. Dialect in the SVG language specs. Without it, some browsers will not render your image or will render it incorrectly. If you're interested in a full breakdown of what the attributes and why. Okay, this is an article from MDN. We'll take a look. We'll put that on the side. Y'all want this? If y'all want it, let me know. I'll put it in there. Viewbox defines the bounds of the SVG, which is what I thought. Okay, class and ID. We already have a good idea on this. Thanks to iReal for this information. I know what the CR, CY, and R is. Style comes from a set of rules your brain makes when executing steps, in my opinion. No, for sure. And that's your style. That's your swag, baby. Woo! And I cannot define it for you. Nobody else can define it for you. Manage SVG attributes such as fill, stroke, can be changed, view, change. Okay. Embedding SVGs, similar like the image, I'm assuming. Linking SVG works basically the same as images. All right, cool. Or link the CSV background image URL, put the SVG in the link. All right, cool. Alternatively, inline SVG by pasting your content directly into your web page code. rather than linking to it as an image. It still renders correctly, but the SVG properties will be visible in your code, which will allow you to alter the image dynamically via CSS and JavaScript. That's interesting. So I'm assuming, oh man, that's cool, because then like if you wanted to upgrade the icon to show like if someone had to basically tell somebody like someone like if you want it, like the way I think about it is you could use that to like show hit points. If you start off with green and it progressively turned yellow, red based on what's happening on the page, you could show like hit damage SVG using the DOM. A little opacity. I'm a dreamer. I wasn't born yesterday. Some of the drawbacks of inline SVG, it's the same thing with, I probably wouldn't go in line with that. So just to be clear, we can consider SVG to be something we do in HTML, right? It's not a CSS based thing. Like, well, yeah, you can reference it in CSS, but it's an HTML property or element that can be manipulated in CSS and has the capacity to move the DOM, and comes in handy when you're looking for scalable things that you want to keep sort of on all. All right, we fucks with it. Let's see, is there any of these links that we want to fuck with? Feathering icons, we did a little bit of work with this too. We had a lot of fun with this, actually. No cap, actually had a lot of fun. XML thing that we access to HTML. All right. Tables. HTML tables allow you to create two-dimensional tables that made of rows and columns. In this lesson, we will learn everything we need to know about HTML tables. Why are we talking about tables, though? Oh, I guess if I ever wanted to make a table, I would always have to make that in like HTML and CSS. Yeah, like I feel like that's those, just two divs next to each other with a text box inside. But to know that there's a tag for it, I'm assuming the tags give us more capabilities and access. Read these articles for tables and table advances. Read the full CSS full guide to tables and elements. They actually do have an assignment for us. Yeah, and this is where, in this secret, like this is when you guys get to tell your truth, man. Are they stringing me on? Are they stringing me on? Let's look at this. I'm actually kind of curious. Are they stringing me on? I can skip tables. Hey, Mike, keep it 100. Let's just do a quick rundown. Because to be honest, we've literally made it through 4 chapters, so it's an easy read up for implementation. I assume. Let's just give it the quick. It's 1 paragraph. How can it hurt? Some data just really needs to be displayed in a table. HTML tables might be less commonly used than buttons. Damn. Hit shit on it immediately. Damn it. Links, list, and everything else you've learned so far, but there are some cases where there are perfect tools. Some of the more advanced features can get a little tricky to set up correctly, but getting started, the tables is pretty easy. You create the table tag, and the tags that then put the elements in a row, comma, header, or anything else that is possible. Okay, so you get 2 headers, however many tables you want. So table TDTH border PX PX1. Okay. in my introductory course when I go over the basics of CSS HTML. All right. We're hitting next. Last thing I want to do is mess up the teacher's curriculum. Default styles. Browsers apply a set of default styles to every web page. You may not have thought about this directly, but you have undoubtedly encountered it. You will learn about default styles. You will learn how CSS resets to remove or change those default styles. What are default styles? As you have worked on a project, you are likely observed default styles applied to certain elements such as larger and bolder headings, H1 elements, and blue underline links on a element. This is also a good chance you struggled with things like default margin and padding. These styles are part of the user's agent style sheet, ensuring basic styling for web pages without CSS. Each browser has its own user agent style sheet, so the default styles do vary slightly between browsers. All right. Secret, you sound like a great teacher. I don't think they're gonna be able to keep up with you, but they can try. What if I don't like defaults? If you don't like the default, then style the page, right?
Bing bang.
If you don't like the style page shouldn't matter to anybody because you can just you can put your own style on it. And this is why we love CSS resets. With very few exceptions, you can simply write your own CSS rules. Hey, I said it. Woo! I said it. The rules were the style sheet. Okay, cool. To address inconsistencies across browsers, establish consistent starting points for styling. Oh, wait a minute. If I make something in CSS and I use Chrome, and then I take that same file and put it on fucking Mozilla, it's gonna be a little different. Is that what they're making reference to? Is that what they're being disrespectful about? It will be different. Oh, you slippery when wet mother lovers. Okay. To address these inconsistencies across browsers and establish consistent starting points for styling, some developers started using CSS reset. These resets are styles containing CSS rules aimed at altering and removing the default sets by user agent styles sheets. Using them can help achieve consistency and can provide a clean slate for developers to apply their styles without interference. Oh, why they use legacy styles instead. Okay. The more you learn and the more you know. Assignment, Josh Camus' custom CSS reset also includes a great breakdown of his thoughts process behind each rule he uses, giving you an idea of how to reason about two ideas. Are resets required? I mean, some resets might be required. Like if you're going, I'm assuming a reset would be required if you're going from one browser to another. I think encouraged would be a good word. It's advised. All right, next. Eric Myers is a popular reset. Is that a person or a process? I guess it could be the same thing. So it is both. It is both. What does it mean on TikTok if someone gives you diamonds and well, I guess I know what yeah, okay, no I don't. What is it? What are diamonds on TikTok? Oh, somebody made it rain on me. Oh, is their version of bits? What, how much? Let me see. Somebody, they gave me a flower, a heart, and a GG. What? Differs in price? Okay. Hey, clap it up. That's the first gift I ever got on. I didn't even see this. I couldn't even thank them. Hey, Planetary Ashes, what's up, baby? Drop a bomb. How you been? Little shout out to my boy. Dare I ask, next time we'll see you on stream. The people miss you. But then also I have been kind of busy myself, so, you know, life. Robotech, you got some cool ass little shit. Damn, your shit. Yo emotes shitting on my shit. Damn. I came up with 2 new emotes. No one used them. I just be wasting my time making this shit. I'm not good at making emotes. I have to come to terms with that. All of my great emote ideas came from Grimy. Exactly, Mike. That's the point. That's the point. That's the point, Mike. You're right. I was just hoping, but I was just like, maybe, there'll be a perfect time for it. Nah, there wasn't. Don't worry. I'll cry when I'm off stream. You guys don't have to worry about it. Doing all right. Just been working on Bob the Blob. You got a demo for us? Over Game Studio, my dude, but I've been working on the music, my guy. Excellent. Yeah, you're right. The Lost at Sea one is just so funny to me. Because why did I put his ass in the water? Why is he just out at sea? That shit just had me dying for hours. Nothing but love there too, Robotech. Don't worry, post it up in the Discord. If you could put it, Planetary Ashes, you could put it in the general. But I would love to be able to post your post first for. I'm gonna make a self-promotion section in my Discord because I want to be able to keep up with some of the cool shit you guys are doing, and I just don't feel like I have enough time on stream ascertain everything that you guys are up to. If it's not on stream, it didn't happen. I guess you're right, Mike. He said, "Is this Zach and Cody? Zach and Josh and Drake? Yeah, it is. You'll learn the difference between relative and absolute units. Oh shit! Hey, appreciate you. Thanks for coming through. You said you're a teacher? Do you stream your work? Do you have some lectures? Nah, I don't stream my work. Oh, okay. Hey. I appreciate your insight. So some of this stuff we've used pretty in depth. Hey, no need. There's two things I never want: an FBI or okay, hey, I'm gonna tell y'all right now. I'm snitching. If somebody from legal hits me up talking about we need you to replay footage, can you recall what was said during this? Hey, I'm snitching. If somebody from FBI, NCIA, whatever, if police show up to my door, I'm snitching. Yeah, it was big homie in the back. Right there. I'm pointing to him. Pointing the big homie in the back. Quick. Hey, you know how they be like in first 48? The beginning of the show, first 15 minutes of the show. I ain't talking. I'm a real one. I ain't saying shit. After the commercial, and ironically, it was a Big Mac commercial. He come back to the interrogation room. He's got 2 cans of Pepsi. He's got a burger, some cigarettes. They took the handcuffs off of him. He's relaxed. That man was singing. Oh no, I'm gonna get the McDonald's. I'm gonna get a free meal. Crazy. Hey Blaze. If you caught on 4K, you caught on 4K. There's just certain things that you can't. Everyone can see it. Edmund, thanks for the follow. I appreciate you. Clap it up for Edmund. Somebody asked me the other day, why do you have a baby sound effects? Because why not? Why not? Why don't you have a baby sound effect? You could hear his hurt.
When I came down,
What happened? Those people are so cruel. Why did you let him up there? Oh, man. Kills me every time. Facts. Mike's chosen violence. All right, where are we at? Okay, so a lot of these CS units, we've played with them heavily, but to get a proper explanation of them would be pretty nice. So I just remember those a few times I asked you guys very point blank and direct, and 3 of y'all had 4 different answers. Three or 4 different answers, and I just felt immediate aggression towards you guys once you were trying to answer these questions for me. I was just like, why come no one has a straightforward answer for me? All right. Absolute units. Absolute units are those that are always the same in any context. PX is an absolute unit because the size of the pixel doesn't change relative to anything else on the page. In fact, PX is the only absolute unit you should be using for web projects. Ooh. Okay, put that in our notebook. Inches, centimeters, we'll never use that garbage. EM, relative. EM and RM and REM both refer to font sizes. Oh, though they are often used to define other sizes in CSS, you'll see both of them often, so we're going to explain them both as a rule of thumb. Prefer REM. 1 EM is the font size and the element of the element's parent if you're using it to set the font size. So, for example, the element's font size is 16px, then set its width to 4 EM would make it 64px. Damn. So it takes on the multiplier effect. Interesting. Viewport units. This units VH view. 1V equals 1%. Yeah, we got that pretty much there. I'm happy I could bring somebody some happiness today. If I could bring one person happiness today, mission accomplished. I could sleep peacefully. All right, knowledge checks. Yeah, man, it's kind of crazy. I don't want to say. I will say this, but this is the greatness of working with other people who are more skilled than you. A lot of these things that they're trying to explain to me now, I just want to get the core understanding. Like, oh, I didn't know that the EM is affected by the PX. It's a multiplier for the parent. But we've been using these things the whole time. So, clap it up to the chat. You beautiful strangers with your majestic faces and luscious lips, fat fingers, typing away. Thank you so much. Hey, what's up, Dragon? What's up, Dragon? More text styles, font family, we got that. Absolute units are fixed units. Relative units are units based off of some other factors. Yeah. What you coding though? What you working in? What you working with? Is it worth it? Let me work it. Did y'all hear Missy Elliott? I might be dating myself. Missy Elliott and a bunch of other people going on tour. I gotta go. Is it? Let me work it. Put my thing down, flip it, and reverse it. Today, some C hashtag and Solid.js. Gonna rebuild the entire platform FE. in a week. Wish me luck. No luck needed. You've already accomplished it. Injuries might be incurred. Injuries might be incurred. But, you know, the way Hollywood is set up right now, everyone's basically on that Ozempic drug, and it is having really bad side effects on people. Really bad side effects on people. I've seen some of them in person, but the people that tend to do well with Ozempic work out because, man, everything has consequences, right? Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. But I try not to judge because, you know, people will say someone's on Ozempic and then just find a sick picture of them or edit a picture of them, which is sad. Someone took a picture of like one of these heavier set women. She was a big girl. She was a biggins. Biscuit Bike. We love him. We love him. But then put like the zombie filter on her, and that's how they try to pass it off. And it's just like, y'all childish. Y'all ain't shit. Your user computer, then the fallback font will be displayed. If you have not defined a fallback, then the default back HTML font will be used, which is somewhat ugly. Damn. Yeah, we already learned how to make fallbacks. In fact, we go out and find special links, so we're past this too. Man, a lot of this is, we might have to head straight into the JS, which, you know, is cool with me. Wait, what are they talking about? Textiles? Yeah, we've already we import textiles now that we want, and like more CSS properties, background. Yeah, we got good backgrounds. Borders, we're good with that. Border radiuses, box shadows. Yeah, we're good with that. All stuff that we've looked up on our own to make cooler things look cooler. Advanced selectors. Like there's a heart in me. Like there's a part in me. Like there's a heart in me. All right, this might be a little bit more intense. Let's take a closer look at this, shall we? By now, you should be comfortable with basic CSS selectors and have no trouble grabbing things in their type class ID. But it's Be Real CSS Surgeon. Sometimes you need to specialize tools. In this lesson, we'll look at CSS selectors, show you how to target elements in more specific and finely grained ways. understand how parents and sibling selectors work. I think we have a pretty good grasp on this. Parent, child, grandchild, yeah. Yeah, I feel like you kind of learn this on the fly, because if you do something to the parent and you're not thinking about the child, you're gonna suffer. So for this, in this particular example, I centered all of the children. I centered the parent, and when I got to the children, I wanted to make the children, each individual children, be centered off to the left or the right. Mike. That's beautiful. Like, and what I ended up happening was I did them all individually. Man, it was a pain in the ass. And then it dawned on me I could have put them all into a div and make the div a child of the parent, but then that applied to the div a specific thing I wanted, so I didn't have to worry about it. Pseudo selectors. So once again, we touched this whether we liked it or not. That boy Mike folded like a lawn chair. Okay. A little bit of homework here. That's a good one. What's the difference between a child contributor and a Kevin Powell? All right. Positioning. Top, left, right, position, static. Oh man, we're gonna be talking about top, right, left, bottom, absolute position. Static, the default position mode you've gotten used to is position static. The distance between static and relative is fairly simple. Static is by default the position of every element in the properties top, right, left, bottom, left do not affect the position of the element. Relative, on the other hand, it is pretty much the same as static, but properties top, right, etc. display the elements relative to its normal position in the flow documentation. Fixed position, sticky position. Sticky elements, which actually act like normal elements until you scroll past them, then they just start behaving like fixed elements. They are also not taken out of the normal flow of the document. It might sound confusing, so check out this example of the sticky positioning. Once again, I 2 days. About the cal functions and how to use each one. "90 degrees blue linear gradient." We used this on the calculator. What is this? What's cal? Take a look at how Cal is being used. You will learn about this setting in the group. To put another way, Min Val 100V border footer Cal is holding the math, handling the math for us, even though we are mixes. Okay. Can save us from the headache of repeating CSS rules. But that you should be able to grasp how Cal is used. Wait, what? Uh-oh. Okay, somebody explain Cal. What the hell does Cal do? Does it split? Okay. Back, samurai, you'll see. I'll be back, samurai. You'll see. So with Cal is like calculates the values for you. So with Cal 10 px 10 plus 10 will be 20 px, useful for a lot of things. How is that useful? Why wouldn't you just put 20? Like with Cal size, removing the scroll bar size exists dynamically. Oh, okay. Okay. I had I had you out here looking for when something gets too funny, and I have to put my fingers in my ears. That's when I know it's too much. I once had to punch my best friend to get him to shut up so I could breathe again. Socked his ass. Shut up. Socked his ass. Shut up. All right. I gotta. Ooh, shit. Ooh. All right. We're zooming through these, so that's good. But let's wrap it. We've had a great night. And I want to kind of make sure I get my 8 hours so I can be alert for tomorrow's interview. Make sure I say something relative. All right, so let's talk about it, shall we? Clap it up.
Get down.
Yeah. What happened to all my backgrounds? My page looking naked. Oh, damn. Did I delete that on accident? I probably did delete it. Damn. All right. Well, let's take a look at the numbers so we can see what we're working with. Hey, we're going to go see The Coppinger. I don't know. I thought he was doing a marathon. Shout out to TikTok and shout out to YouTube. Anybody that hit the link in the description, I appreciate you. I'm just trying to get a few views, trying to get a few likes. Do what you can. I appreciate it. No pressure. A little pressure. No, but seriously, I really appreciate it. Shout out to the 3 raids we got today. Irad, Dev, Griff, and Productive Time. So much fun. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you guys. I need to update the people I watch when I'm not streaming. You know, Kenneth, you need to get in that list, man. I need to get you somewhere in that list. People in the community need to know about you, Kenneth. And then also, we have our raid messages. We're going to go see The Coppinger. I said, so, like, y'all don't embarrass me now. Take the raid messages and let's go there in style. Feel me? Just in case anybody didn't know, I whooped up on Lost Notes. Go let her know that. Robotech in first place, Mike Code second, Job in third for the perfect lurker. Mike sitting comfortably in first place, 24th time, Mike. Hold your head up high. Secret, you're in bed right now, but you're number 2 in my heart. First time there, first time in chat. Love to see it. And I read Dev, first time in the chat, first time in third place. We'll pick up tomorrow. It seems like these chapters are zooming because of the hard work we did in the beginning. That doesn't mean we should be lackadaisical. I'll push through a lot of this stuff so I can get the good stuff for you guys tomorrow. Ugh.